guys, welcome back to Nana's Nursery and Reborns. I'm Nana, and if you're new, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. I am here very late to do St. Patrick's Day and Pika Wednesday. So, Pika Wednesday this week was anything that reminds you of spring, and it has been so cold and snowing here, so I thought I would just stick with St. Patrick's Day, which also reminds me of spring. So we've got sweet little Miss Pika here, and she is all dressed up in her green and white side snap footed pants that have a little green sewn in shoe with a black strap and a gold buckle. She has a gold necklace beads on. She's holding a 3-leaf green glittery clover in one hand and a gold glittery coin in the other, and she has a cute little leprechaun style hat on. Next to her is our black pot for the pot of gold, and we've got super cute little leprechaun here, and then I've got a pink, off-white, and green pillow sitting here that says Lucky, Charm, Blessed, and there's 3-leaf clovers in light mauve, green, and then there's a little rope detail. That is sweet little Miss Pika. All right, I readjusted a little bit, so now you can see the background behind her is a crocheted afghan, and the flowers actually look very reminiscent of 4-leaf clovers in dark green, a darker hunter green, medium green, a sage green, and a very pale green, and there's even a green and white kind of ombre green, and that's all over the afghan, and I have it hanging over the front of our crib. I have a lighted 3-leaf clover all in green. It's hanging on the front of the afghan right above our little leprechaun that's sitting on the floor, and then next to him we have sweet little Miss Nori, and she's holding also a gold glittery coin, and she has long green and gold beaded necklaces on. She still has her white little Converse like tennis shoes on. Her leggings have 3-leaf clovers, neon rainbows in orange, yellow, and blue, and then there's very neon little pink hearts on the leggings. The neon rainbow also is up on her shirt, and she's got sequins all the way across her chest in the pink, orange, yellow, and blue, and then there's a 3-leaf clover on one side and a cute little gold pot on the other side. And then she has this beautiful fancy little hat on, and it's got a big old green feather on it, green satin bow, and green netting, and there's a fun little 3-leaf clover in sequins on the one side, and it's all trimmed in green sequins. Once upon a time it lit up, but it does not do that any longer. Oh yeah, I think Pika's lights up. Hang on. Okay, I'll just show you for a minute because I know these LED lights are really funny. So it's the only one that still lights up, but these are all, I think, like Miss Raven's when she was little, and I even had a bow that lights up, but this is the only one that still lights up. Sitting next to Nori on the floor and in our different seats, we have our little boys in the nursery. Right here is our Daniel. He is also our Dino Dan, so he's holding his cute little dinosaurs in green, and his heather gray onesie says Happy St. Pat Rex, R-E-X Day. Has a cute little T-Rex on the front that has a little leprechaun hat on, and his pants are navy blue with green 4-leaf clovers and green little T-Rexes all over him. He has his green little dinosaur slippers on, and he's holding his Triceratops, the big one in one hand and the little gray one in the other, and he also has a leprechaun hat on in green sequins, gold glitter, and a black strap. He also has just this little green little pacifier in. So that's our little Dino Dan little Mr. Daniel. Next to him we have sweet little Mr. Gavin, and he has a green onesie on, and it's all printed with a white tuxedo shirt and a black bow tie, and printed with a belt, with a black belt with a gold buckle, and then it's printed with a vest on that's green and white, vertically striped. It has a yellow button that says "Kiss Me," and then down the buttons of his shirt are 4-leaf clovers. He's wearing little black pants, and he has his little fancy black shoes on, and he has a green glittery sparkly hat, and he's holding our other cute little leprechaun, and he has a nice pale orange beard, and he's all dressed up for the season. In front of Gavin on our left is little Mr. Tate, and he's dressed in his too cute to pinch printed overall or suspenders with white 4-leaf clovers coming down the green straps. The pants are green with white clovers. He's got his little white tennis shoes on, and he's got his fancy glittery green hat on, and he's got his little green bottle just in time to eat. Our last little guy is on your right hand side, and this is sweet little Mr. Oliver, and his dark heather gray shirt says "Kiss Me, I'm Irish" in white, and has a 4-leaf clover, and you can't see it because he's got a big long necktie that has green sparkly sequins, and then there's tiny sparkly gold sequins in a 3-leaf clover, and then he's holding a green 3-leaf clover in his other hand. He's got his green pants on and his dark heather gray socks, and he has his little brown and tan little hiking boots. And I spy a little bit of gold. That's right, I have gold little coins sprinkled and sparkled all over the floor, all around the little babies. Green buckets and big black buckets. They found their pot of gold. And right in front of you is sweet little Miss Maggie and Aubrey. They are having a nice discussion, showing each other their beautiful beaded necklaces. Maggie is on your left. She's wearing a beautiful white onesie that has a gold crown that's all glittery, and it says "Princess" in green, outlined in gold, and then there's a heart and 3-leaf clover and a lighter green and a dark green little heart under that. And she is surprise twinning with her little sweet cousin over at Holly's Dollhouse, Sarah. In her hair, she has a beautiful green sparkly bow that has yellow and green gems all over it. And then in the center, there is a gold glittery 4-leaf clovers. Miss Aubrey has her beautiful red hair. She has the same matching bow, gold. She has a white shirt on that has cute little ties on her shoulders, and it says "Lucky" in the shape of her rainbow, and then there's a pale rainbow with 4-leaf clovers on both sides, and then it says "Little Lady" in the center. And they both have black pants on, white ruffly socks, and black shoes. Miss Aubrey has pink and green beads, and little Miss Maggie has green and gold beads. Up here in the mini crib, we have sweet little Miss Chanel, and she has a dark blue overall dress that has white polka dots and little flutters on top of the sleeves. There's a felted 4-leaf clover on the chest. She has beautiful navy blue socks on with blue satin bows. On her white long sleeve shirt that's under it, there's little sayings. It says "Pinch Me" with 4-leaf clovers, and it says "Kiss Me" and has little clover. And it's got a small little trim and green around the cuffs of the sleeves and the edging of the neck. She has a beautiful green sparkly bow with a gold mirrored 4-leaf clover and black and white stripes on the bow. And sitting basically cuddling up to her in her lap, is little Miss Priscilla. She has a gold buckled green bow on that has little white shamrocks, and it's all sparkly. She has another onesie dress on. This one's dark green, and it has the rainbow in red, orange, yellow, and blue. And there's gold sparkly 4-leaf clovers all around the edge of the rainbow, and the tulle of it is in the rainbow stripes. She has red sockets with the red satin bow, and she's holding our new little pom pal in the shape of a shamrock with cute little rosy cheeks and black button eyes. In the portable bassinet, we have little Miss Abigail wearing a green t-shirt that says it's me first Patty's Day. First and St. Patty is in white. The rest is in pale green. Her shirt is in a lighter green, and she has a dark green bow in. She has green beads and light heather gray pants and ruffly socks. Then next to her is Shayna. She's wearing a snapped footed pajama that's all white, has dark green and light green little clover people on him, and they have cute little faces and little legs. And she has a sage green bow in, and then she has a clipped in bow that has white ribbon with green shamrocks. Down under them in the bouncer is sweet little Miss Violet, also wearing a snapped footed pajama. Her shamrocks or clovers are medium green and light green, and it's trimmed in light green. She has a lighter green hat on, and she has 3 little sequin 3-leaf clovers on the brim of the hat. And little Miss Angelica just has a sage green blanket, green beads. She has the other bow that has the green glittery sparkles with the gold mirrored clover on it with the black and white stripes. Sitting next to them is another one of my pillows that has a little gal on it. She's got a cute little mop hat, and then an apron that's attached to her dress, and then it just has the 4 clovers in the corner. In the bassinet, we have sweet little Miss Victoria on the left and little Bonnie on the right, and they have their beautiful little beaded necklaces on too. And Nana actually put some curls back in their hair. I actually did that last night, and I think they look super cute with their little curls. On the changing table is Nana's sweet Bria, and she has a big, huge pink tulle skirt on that has gold sequins bow on the front. And then her onesie is white with very pale 3-leaf clovers, and then printed in the center in pink, it says Little Miss Luck, and she has a matching gold sequin bow, green ribbon, and there's a fun little chain attached to the ribbon too. She's holding a sparkly gold coin and a green flower trimmed in gold. And you can't even see, I put on really sweet little gold leggings, not realizing how big this little tutu was, and it would cover all of her pants. Here's my other matching pillow. It says Happy St. Patrick's Day in pink, off-white, and pale green. In the Moses basket is sweet little Miss Raymond, and he just has his sparkly green hat, and this long necktie is just in the shape of round beads, and he's holding a little frog that says Kiss Me in different colors, and his little hands and feet are orange, blue, yellow, and turquoise. Here's our little twins, Janie and Joey. Janie's got a little green bolero cardigan on that has tiny little pockets, and there's a light green little shamrock person coming out of the pocket. She has a tiny little green bow at the neck of her white dress, and then there's dark and medium little shamrock people with little hands, feet, and faces all over it. She has black dress shoes, white ruffly socks, and she has the other white bow with the green background and green shamrocks on it. Joey's wearing the sparkly green hat. He has the green binky in his mouth. He has white-footed jammas that zip, has little four-leaf clovers all over it, and in the center has a big felted clover with a smiley face. And I had my last pillow sitting down here, and this one just says Charms, and it has a bouquet of pink, light green, and dark green clover. Sitting down here on the floor is our bigger girls. We have little sweet Holly, and she has her brand new St. Patrick's Day outfit on. Her pants have the flare leg with eyelet lace flared on top, and it has white rickrack at the bottom, and it's in a pale seersucker, pale green and white gingham. The bottom of her shirt has the big rickrack ruffle on it, and so does the edges of her sleeves. And across the front of her white shirt is embroidered a pink like clothesline with bows tied to it, and hanging from that is pink clovers, and then there's also gingham stitched clovers, 3 of those and 2 of the pink ones. She has her big green headband bow in that has gems in the shape of clovers. She has her cute little pink glasses on. She's holding a 3-leaf clover in one hand. Oh, and she has cute little pink satin bows on the bottom of her pants cuffs. And she's also sporting her brand new fancy walking shoes. Down here is a white little unicorn that has green hoofs, mane, ears, horn, and tail. And little Miss Holly is holding her phone, and she wants to say hi to her sister Courtney and to Virginia over at Dilly's Dog. Up next to Holly is sweet little Miss Lily Beth, and she's wearing the little outfit that Holly was wearing before. It has the Minnie Mouse head and the sparkly bronzy gold with a big mini bow that's green with the white shamrocks on it, and that's the same print as her pants. And then she's got the mini ears on with the gold bow and the buckle and green sparkly bow behind that with white clovers on it. She has the other walking shoes on and white sockies, and she has a bronzy gold necklace and green necklace, and she's got a cute little bracelet around her wrist that has the gold beads on it. Scooching down below them is our sweet teensy tiny little Tink Maddie. She is in a green plastic pot of gold. She is the prize. She's the gold at the end of the rainbow. She has a white onesie on, and it has little clovers on it and little gold yellowish horseshoes. It has a gray little pot of gold, and you can see a little bit of the yellow gold coming out of the top. She has a black and green beaded necklace on, and Nana went ahead and tied it because it was way too big for her. She has a big satin green bow on top of her headband. It has a little tiny orange bow on, and she also has little gold coins laying around her and up in front of sweet little Miss Julie. Julie is the Jupiter sculpt, and she has a white onesie on with a very pale print on it in green that has 4-leaf clovers, horseshoes, and tinier little 4-leaf clovers all over it. And then in a medium green it says Mommy's, darker green Lucky, and then the medium green Charm. And then there's another shamrock, and she has our pale green beaded necklaces on. One's a little bit darker than the other, And she has some cute little walking shoes on, holding a little green glittery shamrock. And she has the other bow like Bria in her hair that has the hanging dangly green gem with the little chain. And next to her is the last two pillows Nana has in the nursery. This one has a 3-leaf clover, and there's a little boy in a top hat and a little coat, suit, and tights and black dress shoes. And then the little girl has a swing dress on that has 3-leaf clovers, and she has a beautiful spray of flowers in her hair. Another green pot. I had to bring on little Mr. Wilbert because I found his onesies, and his little onesie just happens to have a pale green stripe in it. And then Calla, her original Cabbage Patch outfit is green and white gingham, so I wanted to throw her in. And the very last pillow is back here, and it says Lucky, and it has big green clover and then a dusty rose or a mauve clover. So that is it for St. Patrick's Day and for Pika Wednesday. And here's all the babies in the nursery. And I'm hoping to come back on and participate with Suzanne's Babies Theme Thursday. The weather is getting hot here again, so I'm probably going to have to turn my air conditioner on in here. But hallelujah, my husband put me an air conditioner in here because it's already starting to get hot. I like a nice 69 to 73 degrees tops, and it's already 76 degrees in here. So I'm going to love you and leave you for this video, hoping to pop back on soon to participate in Theme Thursday. Bye guys. Have a blessed week. Mwah. Love you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe.